Right, so welcome back again. It's not how I wanted to do this part of the video, or any part of the video so far, if I'm honest. I did a quick sweep of the things that I got this morning, that I picked up from Vinted, and that I was going to then take CEX trade in. I'm just going to put a bit of music over that, which you've probably already seen. And then I was going to do a section in the shed later. Today has been absolutely manic, as a weekend always is when you've got little ones and whatnot. I've got my pickups today. I've got the receipt from the trade-ins. So you saw me show the camera to Vinted pickups. One of them was the 2 Game of Thrones box sets, and I also bundled with it the American Pie all 6 slices box set. The American Pie one doesn't have any real value to it at all, but I thought, oh, that's a cool box set, and by bundling with it I get something with it, and it's just one lot of postage, so I thought that's what I'll do. Now the Game of Thrones 2 box sets was a bit of a gamble. Now, I could have sworn the 5th season on DVD had a little bit more trade-in than £1.50, but nevertheless, I think it was £1.50 when I looked at it. And from how they're taking the picture front on from the other box set, I couldn't tell what season it was. Only on the spine could you see what season it was when I got it. And thankfully, I lucked into it being season 7, which was a £6 trade. So, on my trade-ins, yeah, I got £7.50 trade for both of those for Game of Thrones, as well as American Pie, and also an extra one, but it's also included in this one. I don't really know how that's happened or what they've done. It was only supposed to be those 2 things, but as you saw when I gestured to the camera, essentially, I also ended up getting these, I don't know, thrown in. Now, the seller took too long the first instance, and it auto-cancelled. At which point they said, oh, it's going to get this out today to you. Sorry, that's happened, kind of thing. So no worries, and because it auto relisted, I just bought it again, and that was all of £6, £6 and some pennies, whatever. So I've got a little bit more back in voucher, and now I have the American Pie box set and a couple of bonus DVDs. So that's fine, nothing wrong with that whatsoever. And my other pickup, which is in the shed now, it was Lord of the Rings Conquest on Xbox 360. Now I think that recently shot up to £15 if you want to buy it from CEX with a £10 trade. I was tempted to trade it because I thought I already had it in the collection. I went out and checked, I actually don't. And the disc, to me at least, looks like it will probably play, but it's borderline. They'll probably have to give it a clean and then maybe take it in. They definitely wouldn't take it in as is. So I've just decided to keep that, and that was £5. So again, absolutely fine, and I'm pretty sure they're pretty good games. So I'm happy with that. So what else did we trade in? We also traded in MotoGP 15 on the PS4. I've got that on Xbox One now. That was £3. That Hannibal Lecter trilogy on Blu-ray we picked up last week for £2. Traded in for £8. Beautiful. And earlier in the week, that was a Call of Duty Black Ops 3 on Xbox One, £4. And that Fallout 4 was just £1. Which gave me £23.50. So I can add the £23.50 to my 182, which off the top of my head is... I'm too tired for that right now. What was it, 205 and 50? Maybe? Pieces. So I looked on the stock check yesterday. The first one of those was Doctor Who. I am slowly but surely getting all the seasons of the new Who. And I've picked up, typically they're really cheap on Music Magpie. Postage, one has been like £3, £3.50 for a season on DVD, which I've been absolutely fine with. So I've got season, well, I've got the TARDIS box set, if you look at my shorts, if you're interested at all. I've got the TARDIS one that kind of opens, a collector's edition box set of that, so that's pretty cool on DVD. And I've got season 2, 3 and 4. And I think 1 or 2 of those, I don't know if they came differently at all, but at least in this box set they've got kind of like nice slip covers or lenticular covers. So that's what I was kind of hoping for. And I saw that they had Series 5 in stock on Blu-ray, and it was £6. So I made a mental note just to say, if it's got a slip cover, I don't want it to just be a normal Blu-ray case and that to be it. I want to have something, some sort of artwork or visual appeal to it at least. I was probably always going to pick it up because Matt Smith is the doctor that got introduced to my wife. So I still need to see season 4, which I think so £6 for that one. Matt Smith and Karen Gillan. So that's not too bad, and it's got the slipcover is in really good condition. So I was happy to pick that up. I don't think it comes, it probably comes, you know, it's probably a Steelbook, which is outrageously expensive. And obviously, being Blu-ray, it's not a huge amount of discs, but there's still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 discs. Now, I picked this one up for the wife. There was actually the 5th season as well for only £5. I was surprised by how cheap the Vampire Diaries seasons are. Is there 7 or 8? Maybe more. I think there might be 8 or 9. So they had a 2nd and 5th season, £2 and £3. I thought, I'll get that on Blu-ray as well. So decent quality. No covers or anything. Again, I don't know if they've released. I've not looked into these at all. I didn't actually search it. I just happened to see it. Now, the other one, they've got a lot of new people in CEX at the moment. And they said it looks like they've taken this in and it's missing a disc. So I can't say that one, obviously. So that'd be somewhat useless. She loves that series. She's probably watched that pretty much every single year that we've been together. So years and years. I've seen this quite a few times now. Again, it's something that I don't mind earlier in the series. It gets a bit silly towards the end or further on, as most things do. Yeah. The other 2 things I had on my list was I came across, they had Alien and Alien Resurrection. I thought it was free, which I don't mind. But Alien Resurrection definitive editions. Now, I wasn't sure how these would be, so I just made a note of the fact they have definitive editions and they're £3.50 each. I was expecting just a DVD case, like the director's cut and all that kind of thing, just a normal DVD case, nothing extra about them, no slipcovers, no special, nothing about it, right? But no, it turns out that they're actually, definitive editions are actually Steelbooks. So we've got Alien and Alien Resurrection, both from Steelbooks, and they're in pretty good condition, not excellent. No idea if they came with a slipcover at all. I expect not, because they've got all the information on them, like this age certificate and all that kind of stuff, and the title and everything. And it would have been nice if there's a bit of consistency over how they did the spines there, the different sizes and everything. There was no need for that. So not a huge amount of attention paid there, but they're just DVDs, but I thought that was pretty cool. No inners on Alien or on this one, unfortunately, but I imagine there's loads of extras on the discs. So I had a quick scan of the games. I haven't gone into any depth on my list in what games I'm looking for at the moment. Off the top of my head, I was having a quick look through the Essentials on PS3, as well as for the Borderlands, the first Borderlands, the original game, on either 360 or PS3 with the slipcover, because I know that exists, and I now have Borderlands 2 with a really good condition slipcover on PS3 and 360, less good condition on 360. So I just had a quick eye out for that, as well as for any Steelbooks. It does happen. Like, again, I'm after Batman City with the Harvey Dent Steelbook, as well as a much better condition Catwoman Steelbook. But I'm not going to go online and like all of them. I want to come across them. It's a £1.50 game. I saw it a couple of weeks ago with the Joker. So it's fine. I say how good, how much value it might be, how rare it might be. I don't even know if these has them. If these have the manual, I'm pretty sure the other one doesn't. This one does. So this is Kingdom Hearts HD 2.5 Remix. Not something that I'll probably play. It is a 12, so it doesn't quite look like it's necessarily aimed at children. But the art style and the fact that it's got, who is it, Goofy and Daffy Duck on the back, which suggests that it is for children. Nevertheless, not one that I've come across before, and I was willing to pay £4 for it. So that will be a nice addition to my Essentials collection. Complete. Good condition. Now this one, I know there are a couple of very hard to find or to come across later sports title releases. So as soon as I saw this one, I was like, I'm getting it. I didn't even look. At this point, I'm pretty sure I was carrying my daughter at this point because she's a bit like that. And it doesn't have the manual. It's got a little leaflet. I assume it did come with a manual. And that is Pro Evolution Soccer 2015. Don't know if this is the last release of this. Don't know if it's hard to come by. But for £1.50, I'm putting it in there. So yeah, not bad at all. Condition is good. Not pristine, but it's good. Now I had a few minutes to go down to the local pawn shop and quick scan, nothing in the Blu-ray, the DVD box sets, nothing particularly cool added to the 360. The 360 was all really low value stuff, and they had the likes of like Mario Galaxy for like $9.99, so I just thought, nah. I was scanning for like Black Ops 2, now that that's £3 trade. Often this place, like this game that I've just got right here, often it will have 49p games or 99p games. Unfortunately, I just had a load of the first Black Ops. Don't know if that trades for anything at all, probably not. This one is 49p. Awesome game. I think I only picked it up last year, and yeah, 49p, it needs a bit of a clean. It ain't too good. Aliens, Colonial Marines. That's the price point that I'm happy to pay for that. I had a little box at the front, only about 15-20 games, and it just said $1.99 for all of these. And so I picked up Battlefront 2. Again, I don't think it's got any real value to it, but I remember playing this a hell of a lot when it came out via Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, because that comes with EA Play. And I loved this game. It was an awesome game to play. I'm a massive Star Wars fanboy. And it looked great, the audio was great. It could sometimes be a touch laggy, if I remember correctly. That was probably its biggest issue. I think the game being laggy. But it was something that if they just gave it a touch of polish, and there was additional content for it and maps and modes along the way, but it came out to a huge controversy with the packs, all these, the monetization of it, which they did go back on, but it probably hurt it massively. Now I played the campaign in this, which is so. For a modern game, it had a campaign, so fair play. Oh, I got that refund. I showed you Alien vs Predator 2-disc, Special Edition, Extreme Edition, whatever they called it. My wife went into Cheltenham the other day with my mum, I think it was, and she asked if there's anything in there. And she picked up a couple of games. I had a quick look just through random filters to see if they had anything worthwhile. And they had that, but I didn't want to go to the extreme of saying, I'm after this, but only if it has the slipcover and only if it is in good condition. Otherwise, I'm not interested. Because if I went to that extreme, I'd be worried that I was going to scare her off of going full stop. So she went in and picked it up regardless. I asked for it. I didn't give her more detail at the time. So I took it in today, and that's the reason I gave. They ain't bothered about it. So I've got a £1.50 voucher for that as well to go onto the total. So what are we at now? If we were at 205.50, we were at 207, right? What's your pick up script? I wanted Farpoint on PS4 for VR because I've got the gun, and I had a quick look at the reviews, and apparently with the gun it's a decent game, and for £3 willing to buy that. That's absolutely fine. I didn't tell her anything else. I'm after Star Wars Squadrons, which I think is a £4 game, but it's not been in stock in my local in Cheltenham at all, which sucks, last week. Because I think that would be awesome in VR. I think it's just VR compatible. Skyrim VR edition, which is only £4. Came home with it, which is fine. She wanted to play it. And it's really mixed reception in terms of, whether you use the motion controls, whether you just use a DualShock, whether you get motion sickness, that kind of stuff. Usual kind of thing of PSVR. So she played it for 15 minutes or so, or 10 minutes even, the length of the character builder, and then half the tutorial. And I made a quick short of it, but she just got motion sickness, and she was nauseous for the rest of the night. And even into the next day, she felt horrible. Because so far, she's just played Star Trek, a Bridge Crew, or Bridge Commander, or whatever the hell it is. Where also you're sat in the captain's chair, you're not actually physically moving. So whether that's something that's going to be a continual issue, or whether it's something that we can get over, because I expect I'm probably going to experience the same thing. I hate the feeling of nausea, it's horrible. And I am very conscious of the fact that I need to start keeping these videos, the time down, because I'm not going to retain anyone's viewership. I'm not going to get any subscribers or views if people turn off because I'm rambling away, maybe. So just